Okay, so I've been obsessed with this one Reddit post that has K-pop predictions going back all the way to 2014 on r/Kpop, and I just want to share some which are either Apollo accidentally giving someone the gift of prophecy, some that were just completely off the mark, and some just to laugh at. This is just for fun and nothing too serious, and I always just like looking back on the past just to see what people were like thinking at the time, and then looking back in hindsight to see how far off or how close they were. I will link in the description the posts and the threads of all these. I actually decided to split this video into two parts instead of having all predictions into one video, just because if I did, I fear this video would be over 40 minutes again, just because I recorded a lot of content for each year. So this video will cover predictions from 2014 to 2019, and the next video should cover predictions from 2020 to 2024. But with that, let's go. So starting off with 2014, let's have a look. YG actually debuts Winner sometime in the year with minimal delay. YG desperately needs a boy group to promote whilst big band leaves the military service. I think Winner did debut in 2014, let me have a look. There we are, the official debut August 17th, 2014. So yes, that's right. YG continues to stick Jennie Kim in every single YG release and keeps finding his female trainees. No female artist or group debut in 2014. Oh my god, the fact that I keep forgetting that obviously Jennie from Blackpink was known since 2013, 2014. And obviously as like a trainee, she was like, you know, being like, this is the next, she's like part of the next big thing. Obviously they're kind of right, Blackpink never debuted until 2016 and Jennie didn't debut till then. But yeah, it's kind of wild to think that Jennie was known for you know, that long time. Luna goes solo, please Sam, one of your best dancers, singers and performers deserves some attention. I think she does, but I don't know if that's until 2016. I think she has Free Somebody. EXO come out with like 10 new songs that alternate between average and amazing. It's caused millions of fangirls to faint. Obviously EXO 2014, is that when they had Overdose? Oh, this is interesting. BTS becomes quite big. They're actually quite good in my opinion. I mean, considering this is also the end of 2013 and just after, you know, BTS debuted during that year, the facts, they say quite big. They don't even know what BTS will become in the next 10 years. That's insane to think about, just to see that, or just even see people being like, yeah, they could be good. Sister will either have the most successful year out of all girl groups in Korea, or they'll have two comebacks of songs which is distinctly forgettable and the other one is worse than So Cool. God damn. This wasn't Sister in 2014, wasn't the year they had Touch My Body? Yeah. Sister had Touch My Body, which is arguably their biggest song and one of the biggest like summer song hits in K-pop. Yeah, they had the most successful year out of all girl groups in Korea. Yeah, probably. I mean, again, I wasn't there in 2014, so I don't know measure for measure if they were the most successful, but they definitely had a massively successful year, especially with Touch My Body. Glam will finally come back with a mini album. So glorious. Just seriously though, I'd be happy with single something. No. Glam is a really interesting story if you don't read up about it. It's basically Big Hit's first girl group, kind of. Yeah. 2NE1 album, please. Did 2NE1 release an album in 2014? I cannot remember. I think they did. Yeah, they got Crush. 2NE1, they also had a world tour as well. So yes, they had Crush, and that had the lead single did that have? Yes, it was the second and final studio album by God. It's kind of insane that obviously 2NE1 were massive. They're one of the biggest girl groups ever in K-pop, but also, you know, the biggest girl group basically of the second generation, and they only had, a couple of albums out. It's kind of insane. Right, moving on to 2015. I can't believe it's 10 years ago. God damn. iKON debuts quarter 1 or early quarter 2. They will win music shows with their debut song sometime in the next 5 months. Bobby will have a solo release, probably produced by Doc2. It will really reach top 3 man. And see, that's the kind of like fun, like specific predictions that you probably will get wrong because it's so specific, but it's really fun. iKON debuted in September 2015, so more the third quarter of the year. My type, I can't really remember if that got their first win or not, but they certainly did do well. Got 7 wins in music show for the first time within a year from now. Yes, they won their first music show win with If You Do, so that's true. Big Bang has a Korean comeback. There is no way YG will let Top leave before the army, before one last Korean release. Yes, this is when Bang 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 came out, which is obviously one of the biggest Big Bang songs ever, one of the most famous ones, so that definitely happened. YG finally unleashes the new girl group, either a TV show or they make their debut. I don't know if Blackpink was hinted to in 2015, but obviously they didn't debut until 2016, so that is not right. SM debuts a new boy group. Again, no, but I don't know if they hinted to NCT at all, because obviously NCT debuted early 2016, so I don't know if they hinted to it or not. Someone in SNSD goes solo. I think Taeyeon might gone solo that year. She might have gone a year earlier, a year before, but I think that was the time Taeyeon did go solo. A group debuts will be the ultimate rookie group ever. I mean, when I mean ultimate rookie group ever, does that mean they've kind of never really moved on to rookie group, or just more just like them being rookie group kind of set the standard? Because I definitely think Twice debuting that year, especially when they debuted from, you know, like Ooh Ah to Cheer Up and then TT in their first year, especially Cheer Up and TT were some of the biggest songs of their debut year ever, and they were so popular from the right off, so I definitely think they could be like that. I don't know what will be the ultimate rookie group ever means, but I think definitely Twice kind of fit that. One K-pop song goes viral globally like Side Level. Nothing really like that happened until obviously like much later on. A member of Red Velvet will have a scandal. I don't think anything like that happened in 2015. I don't think so. GOT7 ends the year with music show win and much larger fan base. They rate 1 or 2 comebacks. Yep, because they had If You Do and Just Right. Right, now we'll be going to 2016 when Third Gen was really rising. Red Velvet releases a Velvet album of smoother songs and their popularity continues to explode. We don't really see a Velvet type album until 2017 with The Perfect Velvet, but we do get stuff like One of These Nights and the Velvet mini album to go along with the Reds, definitely. Twice will be huge. Lovelyz, G-Friend and Oh My Girl continue to get more popular. Yeah, I think that's pretty much mostly correct. Twice will continue to get huge, especially in 2016. Of course, with Cheer Up and GT, probably one of the 2 biggest songs of that year. G-Friend, Oh My Girl definitely get more popular. I don't think Lovelyz got as popular as them, but G-Friend, definitely. G-Friend was always seen as one of the big girl groups alongside the top 3 of that era, and Oh My Girl definitely as well. EXO goes a year without losing a member. Praybe, I think 2016 was that year. 17 wins on a music show not once but twice. I think yes. I think 2016 is when they had Mansei, Aju Nice, all of that, so I think that's true. Mamamoo will finally win a music show win. Yes, they do. SM debuts new boy group. Yes, again, that's very true. It's always fun to see people predict when the big companies kind of predict their next group, and yes, this is the start of NCT for SM and Kpop, which is insane to think about. YG girl group finally debuts. Yes, 2016 is the year of Blackpink. Another member of BTS does a solo release other than RM. BTS solidifies their place as a strong boy group. Yes, this is the year where Yoongi does his first August D album in August 2016, which is very popular. And yeah, definitely I think after when they released the Most Beautiful Moments in Life, Young Forever package album with Fire as the main track on that. That was big, but it was obviously Wings with Blood, Sweat and Tears. That completely skyrocketed them into even bigger success, basically. An idol pregnancy scandal from SM. Has there ever been a pregnancy scandal with an idol before? I can't really think. I don't know. Innocent / pure concept will slowly die out. Dance breaks will be more on trend than ever. It's quite interesting, so I also remember someone saying being like, oh, sexy concepts will be going out. Now it's innocent pure concepts. I think the innocent pure concept has only really been going for, was it 1, maybe 2 years, and they don't really die out, I was saying, till 2017, 2018, but definitely with the release of Bumbayam, Blackpink's debut really showing the girl crush side of this new generation, that will definitely show the change in it. Dance breaks, I don't know yet. I think dance breaks kind of get more popular going into 2018, 2019. Twice releases another Tart Chopper and individual members get positive attention. Definitely, especially with Cheer Up, and I think Sana's Shy 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 line definitely gives her a lot of popularity there. Okay, starting off now with 2017 predictions for K-pop. Red Velvet will overtake Twice in popularity. I don't know. I mean, I know that this was the year, obviously, Red Velvet had Red Flavor, which is probably arguably one of their biggest GP hits and one of their most iconic Red tracks as well. But Twice also did incredibly well with Signal and Knock Knock, and especially Likey at the end of the year. So again, I think they were kind of equal in terms of popularity in certain areas. I don't really know though, it's kind of hard to quantify. BTS will continue to be the most popular boy group and will release 2 new albums. That's pretty much correct. They had a repackage of You Never Walk Alone with Spring Day Not Today, and then later down the year they start their Love Yourself trilogy with Love Yourself Her, so you can argue those are 2 albums, and yeah, they will basically be the most popular boy group and just K-pop group in general, maybe even in the world, for the rest of many years basically. Twice will come out with a subunit with Chui Sana Mina. It'll have a goofy name like Twice Tsunami. Very close. I mean, it's 2023 when Twice have a subunit, and that's Sana, Mina, and Momo being the Japanese line, and that's Misamo. So kind of close in terms of taking the three names and putting them together. 2017, the year of 17. I mean, you know, name rhyming aside, I think this is when Don't Wanna Cry came out, so that was big. So yeah, it was definitely a good year for them. Blackpink will keep killing it and firmly cement themselves as a top 3 girl group. Definitely, yeah, I think the top 3 girl groups of third generation were Twice, Red Velvet, and Blackpink, mainly because they were all from at the time the big 3 companies, and they were all doing really, really well. I mean, this year Blackpink only had one song out, one comeback, and that was As If It's Your Last. I mean, for me, that's my favourite song of theirs of all time, so it was a really, really good one. But they definitely cemented themselves as being a top girl group, just more by just their presence rather than anything they really did a lot other than the end of year award show performances that were really good, and obviously they come back. Pledis girls, Gugudan / WGSN will all do well. Pristin, well, I mean, they did well for the time they were there, but then after like a year, Pledis were shit and decided to drop them and never really do them again. Gugudan had a couple of comebacks and then kind of went on an indefinite hiatus. And WGSN, we also think they are disbanded now, I can't remember, or at least not doing much anymore. They definitely had a better run than the other groups. Winner will successfully come back. Oh my god, yes, because they had Really Really this year, and that's one of the biggest hits. That was one of like the biggest hits of third gen at the time. It was really, really good. Fantiago girls debut is surprising. I think obviously when we talk about Pledis girls and Fantiago girls, I think this is obviously when IOI had just finished, their contract had ended, and a lot of the girls who were originally from like Pledis and Fantiago were going to debut in a group. The Fantiago girls is Weki Meki, and this is really bad timing because it was literally announced a couple of days ago that they were disbanding, which makes me really sad because I really, really enjoyed Weki Meki. Their latest comeback was really good, or latest mini album 2021, which is, what was it, like 2.5 years ago now. I Am Me with the title track Siesta is such an underrated mini album. If you want to give Weki Meki some love, even though obviously they're now disbanded, please listen to that because it is a really, really good mini album, and it's just a shame that Fantiago kind of paid them dust after a while. JYP new boy group. Well, yes, but no. In 2017, they had a survival show to, obviously because JYP love the survival shows, to create a group. One was a girl group, and then one was a boy group, and they started with the boy group in the end. Now, this boy group obviously ended up being Stray Kids. Luna will be pretty successful. Luna, I miss those girls so much. I mean, obviously they're doing stuff together in their own groups now, or their own solos, which is great, but I do miss OT12 sometimes. Yes, Luna do get successful, mainly through their fans having one of the best internet campaigns ever. You can escape Stan Luna all over 2017, 2018, and honestly it works, and no matter what, Luna is always going to be a staple of K-pop in terms of the internet fandom. I hope something works out one day when they can be OT12 again together on stage. Pentagon, SF9, Victon, NCT, WJSN, Blackpink, Gugudan are all going to get a lot more popular. Blackpink and NCT, yes, I think that's a given because they're from one of the big groups. Blackpink's probably one of the biggest girl groups of all time, and they still are today, despite only having, little albums. And it doesn't matter, they are big, and that's fair enough. NCT as well, definitely, but I think theirs is more gradual. I think they are way more bigger today than they were when they started out. Pentagon definitely in 2017, 2019, but then it kind of fizzled out a bit. SF9, again, is kind of steady as well. Victon, kinda. Gugudan, WG, it's like, yes, but then not for not that long, if that makes sense. Girl groups will mature and sexy concepts will take over again. I think with Blackpink's Girl Crush kind of influencing, definitely, but I don't think we get to see the fruits of that until 2018 and 2019. The next FX comeback, well, you're already wrong there, will be EDM based. It probably would have been if it happened. Both 17 and Oh My Girl will rise a lot in popularity, cementing themselves as tier B groups, and maybe depending on contracts, 1 or 2 17 boys will leave. No, I don't think any 17 members left, and they haven't, and they're all together, which is great, but 17 and Oh My Girl definitely rise in popularity a lot. And the last one for 2017 is I Will Continue to Be a Broke K-pop Fan. Isn't that just everyone? Every year. God damn. Okay, now starting with 2018, Luna does something massive for their full 12-member group debut. I mean, yeah, I'd say the debut was quite big. That was Hi and Favorite. They were really, really good songs. Not anything too big, just kind of like here it is, here's the debut. And yeah, it was really good, but I wouldn't say it was massive in scope or something, but it was still really good. Jeonsomi debuts finally. Nope, that doesn't happen for another year. And Blackpink releases a full album. I'm feeling ambitious. Well, you certainly were ambitious because they do release another mini album, Square Up, but they don't release their first full album for another 2 years. J-Hope releases his mixtape. Yep, he did. He released Hope World in March of 2018, very early. Lay comes back to EXO. Yeah, he was including the album, he was including the whole comeback tempo. I don't know if he was with Love Shot as well, but he was definitely in tempo in that whole comeback, which was great. Twice will dominate Japan with an album tour. They only had 2 Korean comebacks this time. They definitely dominate Japan continually. This is when they had BDZ this year, but they have 3 comebacks this time. What Is Love, and then with their repackaged album and the title track Dance the Night Away. What Is Love being one of their biggest songs of the year. I think that won Song of the Year, and deservedly so. Then later in the year, in November, they also had Yes or Yes. Very busy year for Twice, definitely. Like, God, they worked so much. BTS is going to go on a massive world tour and performs in domes in Japan by this time next year. Their popularity in the US will rise too. J-Hope will release his mixtape also. Yep, they do go on the massive world tour. They go on their Love Yourself tour. They start the Love Yourself tour, which will then continue to Love Yourself, Speak Yourself tour in 2019. That's when they go all around Asia and Europe for the first time, the USA this time next year. Yeah, they Love Yourself, Speak Yourself, like the tour in 2019 as mentioned, is a stadium tour, and they also had a stadium show at Citi Field this year as well, which was massive. So yeah, basically by this year and next year they are performing in massive stadiums. I mean, the second time they came to London, they had 2 sold out nights at Wembley Stadium, which is insane. So yeah, definitely. And yes, they're right, like I said, Hobie did release his mixtape, so they're right there. JYP debuts a girl group with Jeonsomi and Shinri Jin in it. Well, this is interesting because this is obviously the first talks about ITZY. Somi was definitely at one point in the ITZY lineup, but she actually leaves JYP. But yeah, Ryujin definitely is obviously going to be the next JYP girl group. They don't debut until early 2019. One of the big 3 gen groups will get caught in a big dating scandal. It's going to happen sooner or later. I don't know if it happened that year, but obviously the Dispatch end of 2018, start 2019 dating rumours was Jennie and Kai, wasn't it? Pristin will make a concept change for 3rd release, better digitals, more or less same physicals, also first win. This is when Pristin V happened with Get It, so that's a subunit that was really, really popular at the time. I don't know if it got them the first win or not, but Pristin V happened. New SM girl group debuts with an early SNSD girlfriend concept or cute concept like Twice. Like I said, the next SM girl group doesn't debut until 2020, and it is definitely not a cute concept nor an early SNSD G-friend concept at all. iKON might get revived, which in case YG will focus 2018 on iKON's Korean promos and let Winner tour after they release an album. iKON's gonna have a great year in 2018 because they had Love Scenario, Even Killing Me was a really good hit as well. Produce 48 will be more popular than the first and second season. Again, I don't know because I remember IZ*ONE were really, really popular, especially with their debut. Definitely, I don't know if their popularity was more or similar to IOI or 101, but yeah. Red Velvet officially takes the sister mantle of Summer's Song Queens, but also continues to put out more experimental stuff. We'll get a combo with Red and Velvet album. Yes, I think Power Up getting a perfect all kill and being such a Red Summer kind of coded song. Yes, they definitely do kind of like become the Summer Queens with that. Experimental stuff, I guess you could argue RBB was kind of experimental, it being a continuation of Bad Boy. I definitely think with Bad Boy, yeah, because it was kind of camp, but it had the dark kind of Halloween-y concept to it as well. This is the kind of start of Red Velvet, combining parts of the Reds and Velvet concept together, but the experimental stuff doesn't come until next year because fucking Zimzalabim exists. Post-IOI groups continue to do okay. Chungha remains the biggest success. Yeah, Chungha was definitely the biggest success out of all of them. She has Roller Coaster this year, which was massive, but then 2019 was really her year as well. Yes, the post-IOI groups like Weki Meki and Pristin and Gugudan, they do well, they have their own fan bases, but they never reach the heights of later post-produced groups. Stray Kids will debut as 9 and find both Korean and international success. They do debut as 9, they do get some international success because, it's a 5 show, but they don't have that instant success straight away, I think. Whilst they were successful, I don't think they get that proper international success, like massively until 2020. I mean, compared to where they are now, definitely not straight away. February. Okay, I think we're gonna finish 2018 there, and we can go on to 2019 now. Luna releases some music in their units again, whether for a music video or just B-sides on a Luna album. They only had one comeback this year, and it was early February. That was an awful drought. It was awful. BTS little brother groups debut with wildly different style. Yep, TXT debuted this year, which is again insane to think about. It was like over 5 years ago now. Yes, and their concept was kind of very different at first. It's kind of more magical, cutesy, but had that whimsical vibe as well, much different to how BTS debuted. A new member of EXO gets a solo album. Yes, Baekhyun does get a solo this year. Pristin disbands. Yeah, it was 2019 when they disbanded, honestly. Yeah, Pledis did an awful job with them. Twice only has 2 Korean comebacks. They did with Fancy and Feel Special, arguably probably one of the best years just in general for their music, but also them transitioning from their old kind of cutesy concept into a more kind of like mature concept, you could argue. But yes, Fancy and Feel Special were utterly massive that year. They were so good. The other Blackpink members don't get solos at all next year. They don't. The next solo that happens is Rosé in 2021. Somi's debut is underwhelming. I mean, she does finally debut this year with Birthday and the B-side Out of My Head. Birthday I think Birthday's a hit, it's a bit like Marmite. You really like it or you just don't. I really liked it when it came out, but Out of My Head, the B-side, was really, really good. That was like a really, really good B-side for that. So I guess underwhelming in terms of what she was going for identity-wise. It feels weird, and I wish there was like a more of a full album, but you know, it's something. Red Velvet will have a third full-length album, which will be an equal combination of both their Red and Velvet side. Oh god, we don't have another Red Velvet album until 2023. No, but they do have 2 mini albums and a repackaging in the year for their Re-Festival trilogy. Blackpink will attempt to tap the US market. To no one's surprise, will be an English version of the existing songs. No, it wasn't. Kill This Love, the whole comeback, was really successful and in my opinion very, very good, and especially their performance at Coachella really set people off. It was really good. Stray Kids will get their first win on a music show. Yes, they did, with Mirror in 2019. Wow, this is interesting. BTS new boy group, big hit new boy group, comes back with a cute concept and people don't know how to react to it. They come back with a rock concept and people enjoy it. Cute concept for a Crown, definitely, but I think more people did enjoy it than didn't know really how to react and mixed reactions. They come back with a rock concept and people enjoy it. Runaway, you could argue, is a rock concept because it, well, not really concept, but it definitely had a rock influence or rock sound in the song, but it's quite interesting they got that minute detail kind of right. YG finishes their Treasure Box reality show and scraps plans for the group. Nobody's surprised. They do finish it and they do debut Treasure in the end, which is something. RIP Mix 9. And that is where I'm going to leave part 1 for today. Obviously there was a lot of opinions and predictions that I also went through, but I had to cut out just to make sure this video wasn't too long. But if you would like to read more for yourselves, I will link to the Reddit page down below. Hopefully part 2 will be up soon, covering from 2020 to today. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please consider liking and subscribing. I really want to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year. That would be just like so cool. So please consider doing that, and I'll see you next time.